We come to represent the 12 tribes of Israel that are scattered from North, Central, and South America and the Caribbean islands. Matter of fact, all over the world. We come to feed you physically and spiritually the word of the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is what we give all praise and glory to. That's our power. And he's only our power. But the world been lied to. That's why everybody always think about everybody else but themselves. I want you to hear this message and just think about yourself just for a minute. You know, just for a little while. All right, shalom. You know, without, you know, thinking of some other race or some other nationality, you can be anybody else but yourself, right? So I want you to think about yourself as you hear the word of the Most High and know that it's talking to you, because you represent Israel. That's who we are, brothers and sisters. If it's some of you the first time you're hearing the message, then you might not know, but some of you have been hearing this and you know that you are the children of Israel, and that's who we represent. The Most High, Hamashiach Yahushua, who the world falsely calls Jesus Christ, and the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, to we, the children of Israel. Give me Colossians 3:17.
Colossians chapter 3, verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Hamashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to Yahweh by Hashem Hamashiach Yahushua.
Right, so all that we say and do is going to be in the name of the anointed Savior, going to the Most High on our behalf. Give me Ephesians, the 1st chapter, the 4th and the 5th verse. Ephesians, the 1st chapter, the 4th and the 5th verse.
Ephesians chapter 1, verse 4. According as he had chosen us in him before the foundation of the world.
Right, so he chose the children of Israel before the foundation of the world. The scripture said he made the whole world for our sakes. But a lot of you might not realize it because of the condition that we're in as a people, because we didn't follow him. We didn't follow his laws, statutes, commandments, so he punished us by putting us in captivity, slavery, and bondage under all nations. And this is our last captivity. You know. And this, you see the things that's going on, like that typhoon that happened in the Philippines. It said killed over 10,000 people and counting. You know, that can happen anywhere. The earth is surrounded by 3/4 water. And LA is nothing but a little valley or basin, right?
Right, LA basin.
LA basin. So, I mean, it can happen here anytime. Most likely rise up to water to come here and drown everybody. Mostly everyone, but he gonna preserve his elect. And that's what we're here to tell you. We're here to reach out for 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. Read it from the top.
According as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world.
So he chose us in the Most High before the foundation of the world. Read.
That we should be holy and without blame before him in love.
Right, that we should be holy and without blame in love. So how can you be holy without blame in love? What is he talking about, this love? Just loving everybody? No, I ain't talking about that. This love is a special love. Give me what Hamashiach Yahushua told us about this love in St. John 14:15. This is a special love that he's talking about.
St. John chapter 14, verse 15.
Right.
If ye love me,
he said, if you love him, read,
keep my commandments.
If you love him, keep his commandments. That's the love he's talking about. Blameless in keeping the Most High's commandments. So then you can be holy. Then you can be true. But see, we're not under the law, right? You ain't under the commandments. And they say you ain't under the law, but then the New Testament say commandments, right? But the commandments are the laws. Give me 1 John 5:3. It's very important that you understand that we're working to have the kingdom forever and ever and ever. And it should be a problem. I mean, come on. We've been under every nation. They run in the stores. They run in the stores. They run in the garment district. Everything you want, you go to the store, everything we want and have, we got to get it from our adversary or our enemy, who we're sold to. A lot of you don't think about that because you got your own hang-ups that you got to deal with every day like we all do. We got things we got to deal with that they have us dealing with that we don't realize that. But we all in this together. Ain't nobody supersede nobody.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even the ones that have money, they say you can't do this.
Right.
They got rules and regulations that they can do and what they can't do. You know what I mean? They still look at them like, hey, you know how it was. Back in the day, you couldn't even go to certain clubs. You couldn't even go to certain restaurants.
Right.
You had to go to the back to eat. So it ain't changed much in certain places. You know, you just able to run around in a big plantation and act like you free. You ain't free.
We still have to go to the back.
Yeah.
We last.
Yep. That's right. Read on.
1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of the Most High.
This the love to be holy, to be blameless. This the love of the Most High that we do what?
That we keep his commandments.
That we keep his commandments. Read.
And his commandments are not grievous.
His commandments are not grievous. You're not supposed to be sad or having a problem in doing what's right according to the Most High, because you ain't got no problem doing what's right in your own eyes. Because you show up and you're doing something wicked, you know you're gonna avoid the cops, right? Yeah. You're gonna avoid the cops. You avoid whatever it is that you do. You're gonna make sure that you do whatever you gotta do to make sure your butt stay out of jail.
Right.
So you know how to do that very well. Yeah. And you that's not doing something wrong, you know how to do whatever it is that you know that the law says you can do or you can't do. You follow the traffic lights. You don't be running across the street with seeing the police out there, man.
When they see them, they make sure they're doing right.
Yeah. They sure they straighten up. Right. I done seen 2 cops shut the whole park down. Dang. Y'all wasn't doing that, just kept chilling. You know. Read it from the top.
1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of the Most High.
It's the love of the Most High, read.
That we keep his commandments.
That you do what's right in his eyes. He gave us laws, statutes, commandments. That's what he did. Read.
And his commandments are not grievous.
Commandments are not grievous. You're not supposed to be sad and doing what's right. According to what he has to say in his word. It's just most people don't know what he said in the word. Therefore, you just do whatever you want to do and make up your own power. 1 John 6. They just do whatever they want to do. You can't do whatever you want to do, because there's a judgment that all of us going to meet. You know, you got an opportunity to clean yourself up. But don't do what's wrong. You ain't got to follow the crowd. Read that.
John 6.
2 John 6. 2 John 6.
2 John, verse 6. And this is love.
This is love. Read.
That we walk after his commandments.
And we walk after his commandments. Read.
This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning.
You heard it from the beginning. What we hear?
Ye should walk in it.
Should walk in his commandments. So a lot of you say the commandments, not the law. Right. They always say the commandments because they're saying the commandments. So what is the commandments? Proverbs 3 and 1. Commandments are the laws. Just like you got commandments. You say, I'll give you a command. They come in and say, I'll give you a command. Right. Shut down. Then we got to say, man, do we have freedom of speech? We ain't got freedom of religion? Shut down. Then we got to argue with them about that.
Right.
Pretty soon they come through, they're going to say, you got to shut down, whatever. Then we got to deal with every kind of ramification we can deal as far as the law is concerned.
Right.
Which little we have, if you know what I mean. Because we are who we are. But read that.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1.
Right.
My son, forget not my law.
Well, it's the subject, the law and the commandments. You say, forget not my law, read.
But let thine heart keep my commandments.
And let the law be in your spirit forever and ever and ever. So you will do what?
For length of days.
No.
Keep my commandments.
Keep his commandments. So the law is the commandments. Read.
For length of days.
For length of days, you want to live a long time, read.
And long life.
And long life, read.
And peace.
And peace. Come on.
Shall they add to thee.
So they add to you. But you don't live that way, because get 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. You don't live that way, then there's a judgment. Because if he shorten your life, then you got to face this.
2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach Yahushua, that everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he had done, whether it be good or bad.
That's right. I mean, over and over again.
Right.
You got a choice to choose life or death. That's the only choice we have. Get Ecclesiastes 12 and 13 and 14. So we're here to warn you because judgment is coming. Not only the judgment that we have as individuals, but the judgment on nations and the judgment on 2/3 of our people, the children of Israel, who we are. It's coming. You better believe that. I bet them Philippines, the Philippines didn't expect what happened over there in the Philippines. Over 10,000. They counting. You know California due for an earthquake. And where we gonna be at then? Because you know it don't hardly hit us. We don't hardly feel it that much. But it's coming. It's coming. You better believe it. It's gonna come. And when it comes, you better be ready. You gotta be ready. That's why we're here to prepare you with this word. Read that.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 14.
Verse 12. Ecclesiastes 12, 13, and 14.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13.
Right.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Okay, let's hear the conclusion of the whole matter. What did he say?
Fear the Most High.
Fear the Most High.
And
right?
keep his commandments.
And keep his commandments. Over and over again. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. So when somebody tell you not under the law, but you are the mercy and grace, better go tell them jump in the lake. For real.
Or jump in the fire.
Yep. You either jump in the lake or you go jump in the fire. You follow what they say. Because most of say it's a narrow way. On one side is water, deep water, where you're going to drown. Right. On the other side is fire. You're going to get burned up. One way or the other. You know what I mean? So you got a choice. Choose life or death. Go ahead, sis. Read it again, huh?
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13 or 14. 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
So the conclusion of the whole matter is this. What did he say?
Fear the Most High.
Fear the Most High, right?
And keep his commandments.
And keep his commandments. What is this?
For this is the whole duty of man.
The whole duty of man. So yeah, everybody's been lied to. You know, that's why we come to show you what the truth is. You know? Read.
For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment.
They're going to bring every work, that means everything that we do, into judgment. Read.
With every secret thing.
Every secret thing. So you ain't doing nothing in secret. Nothing's being done in secret. Yeah. So the eyes of the Most High, 10,000 times brighter than the sun. You hear me?
Beholding all.
That's right. Beholding all the secret things. That's why it says everything you've done where? Read.
In everything secret thing.
Every secret thing. Read.
Whether it be good.
Whether it be good.
Or whether it be evil.
Whether it be evil. In the eyes of the Most High. Get Baruch 4, 1 and 2. So, it is what it is. I mean, whether you like it or not, we got to come back to the law. That's why we're in the condition we're in now. Because we didn't follow his laws. We got all these different religions, which come from a Latin word, religio, which means to hold back, keep down, and restrain. That's what it has done to us as a people. That's why we walk around destroyed for lack of what? Knowledge. We don't know. In the beginning of knowledge is the fear of the Most High. Because you don't fear the Most High, that's why the condition that we in, you can't come out of the condition you in because you don't fear the Most High. Read.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High.
The what?
Book of the commandments of the Most High.
So let's see what the commandments of the Most High. And what?
And the law.
And the what?
And the law.
And the law. Read.
That endureth forever.
The law endureth forever. Nobody can say they stopped the law. The law was stopped. Because a pork chop eating preacher saying you ain't under the law. To save his own soul.
Right.
Think he's gonna save his own soul.
Right.
Because he ain't following the law, so he's gonna have you follow the same way he followed. He got something for them too. All right, brother. Matthew 5 and 17.
Matthew chapter
Because this is what the Mashiach Yahushua said. Read.
Matthew chapter 5 verse 17. Think not that I'm come to destroy the law.
So how come the preacher saying that we're not under the law when he said what?
Think not that I'm come to destroy the law.
So you think that I come to destroy the law that the Most High gave us. Read.
Or the prophets.
Or the prophets. He didn't come to destroy the Old Testament and the laws that's there for us to follow. Moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws. He didn't destroy them laws. Read.
I am not come to destroy.
He didn't come to destroy what? Read.
But to fulfill.
But to fulfill. Read.
For verily I say unto you.
He said, truly I say unto you what?
To heaven and earth pass.
And we still standing on the earth, or you sitting in the earth, right?
Con.
Go ahead.
One jot.
One jot
or one tittle.
One tittle